Good afternoon, evening, morning, ladies and gentlemen around the world. I come to you today in a pre-recorded segment to address some of the challenges that have befell the community with the loss of Robocoup. Robocoup was a very dear friend, and I am now here in this hotel room where I have come to visit and console the family of Robocoup. I was able to, speaking with the authorities, get access to a certain number of images, which I will share with you now, in the hopes that some of them may clue you in to some information. If you see something, say something. Help us catch the perpetrator of this crime most foul, which has befallen Robocoup. I must say this event has gotten me boiled to my very core. To have an innocent chicken like this simply poached in the street is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Absolutely terrible. And I will be plucked if I let what is that? Furniture? Is that a flat pack furniture box? I will be plucked if I let someone just come in with a pack of flat pack furniture and do this to somebody who means so much to the ecosystem. So with that all out there in the open, I hope that there are some of you who may be able to find the solution to this and to join the Discord. It's at discord.gg/collectvox, where there will be, I am sure, ample discussion on exactly what befell Robocoup, and I hope that some of you can find the solution. Robocoup's friends and family are planning on making an announcement there about a reward. And whoever is the first to solve this mystery will receive, I am being told it is a rare fantasy land parcel, not a particle. And so please make sure that you check that out. So thank you for all of your help. And now with this, we will move on to the rest of the regularly scheduled Ahead of the Game episode. But as previously mentioned, this is a pre-recorded segment. So unfortunately, we will be unable to take AMA questions at this time. We will, however, do a full 1 hour AMA either Monday or Tuesday, depending on the broadcast schedule. We will get that in as quickly as possible so that you guys know when we will have this AMA. And we will take many, many questions. And by then, I will be back where I have access to all of my buttons that do cool things like display QR codes. However, if you have a question to ask, we will put a link to a live question form in the show notes, and we will go and we will handle those on Monday. So, moving on. Those of you who have been hanging out in the Discord have noticed there is a certain amount of discussion around the Gala NFT mystery boxes. The vast majority of the NFTs being migrated to Gala Chain are being migrated to Gala Chain. We have launched these NFT mystery boxes to get you access to these Gala Chain based NFTs as soon as possible so that you don't have to go through the pain and frustration of bridging them yourself. This will allow users to have a frictionless experience, get NFTs that they can use in games. Each box comes packed with 3 assorted NFTs from some of the most popular games in the ecosystem, including Townstar, Last Expedition, Superior, Legacy, Echoes of Empire, and The Walking Dead Empires. So make sure that you check this out. Additionally, a few chests will be packed with Gala and Silk. There are 5 tiers available for purchase. There's the bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and diamond tiers. And the higher the tier, the rarer the NFTs are that are going to be found in that box. Launch is slated for early next week. Originally, it was going to be today, but there was some engineering deadlines that had to be pushed back a little bit. And so early next week is looking like when these will go live. So make sure that you check those out. Now, moving on to some game updates. The first game update is one that I am extremely excited about, and it is an EOE playtest. Echoes of Empire playtest is live, and I met here yesterday in the same hotel room with Matt from Echoes of Empire to talk a little bit about this upcoming launch in Q4 and the playtest, which is live right now. So we're going to go ahead and go to that interview right now, and I'll see you when we get back.
Matt, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. And we're here in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
and we're here to do some other random stuff. But because we were here in person, I wanted to take this time to connect with you and learn a little bit more about what we got going on for Echoes of Empire. I hear there's some news that you'd like to share with the community.
Yeah, I mean, today in particular, you caught us on a very exciting day. I know you graciously talked about it last week on your podcast, but yeah, we had our playtest go live today.
Okay.
We just released access to all of our Celestial Claim holders. We're about to get a bunch more people into the game as well through the playtest access winners. And yeah, we're just super excited. It's a super exciting time for Hit Factor and for Ion Games.
That's fantastic, man. Your game, I specifically because of the art style, is something that I am very excited about. I love the way that it looks. I have loved the way that it looks since the very, very beginning when I first saw some of the sample artwork. And you guys have really delivered on that, and it's something you should be extremely proud of. So, well done on that.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, Yuri in particular was a huge part in getting that art style to really sing, and like he did a great job of maintaining our art direction all through the changes we've been making over time. And this playtest is even going to bring that to light even more. We're showing all of the different ships in game now. You can actually see them get built at your home base and like fly away, which is this gorgeous scene. All of the different planets and stars and asteroids, they're really, really coming together in terms of quality. And so, yeah, I think I totally agree. The art style is probably one of the most unique parts of Echoes. And we're really excited for players to get another look at it and see how the quality has continued to rise over time.
Now, you told me that you guys have made some, a few months ago, you made some fairly significant changes. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so not too long ago, like maybe 3-ish, 4-ish months ago, we essentially decided that we needed to overhaul the entire UI and UX design. We were kind of coming out of our most recent playtest back in April, and we weren't quite happy with the way the game was playing and feeling to our players. We were getting a lot of feedback around that. And so we made a bit of a hard call to completely overhaul the UI design, which players are going to get to actually see in the playtest starting today. It is kind of a funny spot because we're not quite complete with the UI overhaul, so there's some old stuff in there and some new stuff in there, but I think it'll really give players an opportunity to see just how much better the user experience is, how much better the UI is. I think it's even more now in line with our art style. And yeah, just overall the usability is much easier. It's easier to perform actions. It's easier to participate in combat. You can do things a lot more easily in the game and more naturally. And that was really our goal of the redesign. It's kind of a scary decision to make.
Well, it is, but that's one of the things that I love about the way that all of us within the Gala ecosystem do development. It's, you test things, you try things, you put it out to see what the community says, and then you do your best to actually listen and integrate the things that you've learned. And so I think that this is a huge step in the right direction as far as all of that goes. So well done on that.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we couldn't have done it without the community. Honestly, they were great. They gave us tons of great feedback. They've been with us since the beginning. They're always there in every playtest showing out for us. So we were really excited to be able to kind of work on that feedback, really take it to the next level, and I think they're going to be really impressed with the way that the playtest plays now.
Awesome. I think so too. I haven't had a chance to really sit down and play it. I'll be completely honest. I've been so incredibly busy with a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But it is something that I look forward to being able to dig into and hopefully maybe during some downtime this weekend, because I'm traveling right now. Not that I'm going to have a lot of downtime, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try really hard to be able to sit down and connect on all of this and really dig into it.
Well, if you do get in, we're definitely going to tell everyone where your home base is, and we're all going to come attack it.
I know you guys would do that. You totally would. And so that's something that's pretty cool. One of the other things that I'm pretty excited about is the fact that through a bunch of different things that are going on in the ecosystem, we're doing our best to make it more possible for more players to come in and join. So one of the things, and in fact I've actually heard both positives and negatives on this from the community. is the fact that there are some of the claims that are available in the boxes that are going to be going on sale. I believe on Monday is the day that I've been told.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. That's something that we always want to be an active participant in with Gala and
Right.
the ecosystem. We want to be just as much a part of the broader Gala community, just as much as we are the Echoes community. So
Right.
we were happy to participate in that, and I know that there was a little bit of mixed feelings around it, but ultimately, like you said, the goal for us is always going to be to grow the Echoes community,
Correct.
grow the player base, bring more people into it, so that we build a great versioning game
Right.
community, and everyone can enjoy in the fun of that together. So we think that is ultimately going to be the outcome from including these celestial claims, is bringing more players in.
Yep, I fully agree.
And that's our goal. So
Right.
in that we're for sure aligned.
I think one of the things that's really interesting about this space in particular is the fact that very frequently people look at it from the perspective of Web3. But it really shouldn't be looked at from the perspective of Web3.
Yeah.
Web3, when you look at that, and when you take Web3 as being in some way, shape, or form sort of synonymous with crypto, right? And you have like these crypto degens who are super into certain things, and that's fantastic. But it's also very small.
Right.
The entire Web3 community is tiny compared to gamers in general.
Right.
And I think that given the importance of the celestial claims and the way that the game functions, it's really important to get enough of them out there so that people can engage with that. If it's a very, very small number, then it has a negative impact, I think, on the overall gameplay for everybody. And obviously that's not a thing that anyone wants, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I think you bring up a great point. And at Hit Factor and Ion, we feel exactly the same. Like, we always say we're game makers first.
Right.
We're just trying to make great games.
Correct.
And that's our main focus, is making sure that we build a quality player experience for everybody. And so we certainly are focused on that. And a big part of that, particularly in a 4X grand strategy game, is the players. We need a lot of players in order for that model to work. And so that's why we're kind of focused on building the community.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you very much. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with the community? Anything else you want to tell them about? You want to?
Yeah, just I hope everybody enjoys the playtest. We're super excited that everyone's going to be in there checking it out. Give us lots of feedback. The feedback is super critical. It's what got us to where we are today. And pretty close here to our actual launch as well. That's definitely going to be coming
Q4 this year, right?
Q4 this year. It's Q4
That's
this year.
exciting. I'm excited about that. A Q4 launch. That's going to be super cool.
Absolutely.
Well, let's do this. I think that we could. I'll do this on my own Twitter. I'm going to give away a celestial claim.
Wow.
I'm going to give away a celestial claim, and we'll do it. We'll do it in the Echoes of Empire Discord. Okay.
We would love that.
So people, everybody needs to go join the Echoes of Empire Discord so that you can participate in this. How can they find the Discord? What's the best way to find that?
Yeah, so if you're in the Gala Discord already, you can hop over to like the Echoes of Empire discussion channel. We're consistently linking out to our own Echoes of Empire Discord, so you can jump in there. We'll have the links ready to go. Okay, perfect. And you guys also have your own stand-up site, correct? Your standalone site with a link on there? I believe we do. Yeah, I believe we do. We'll same thing. We'll kind of link that into the Gala discussion channel or our Gala Echoes of Empire discussion channel.
Perfect. And I think we can probably make sure this goes in the show notes here as well.
Absolutely, we'll have it for you guys for the show notes as well.
Okay, perfect. Well, thanks, Matt. I appreciate you taking the time, and we'll hang out more and have better audio next time because I will have actually brought the cables I was supposed to bring. This is the second time I've messed this up, guys. This is the second time. There will not be a third.
Definitely won't be a third. No shot.
No shot. So, awesome. Thank you, man, and we will catch up soon.
Thank you.
In addition to this, we have a tremendous art update from the Walking Dead Empires. So Paul is going to help by putting some of these images up, and we're going to run through them and chat about them. So as you can see, this is what they're doing, is they're working on fleshing out the world of the Walking Dead empires. Here are stores, many of which are explorable. They've been working on figuring out exactly the best way to allow people to enter these, to fight the walkers that they fight within, to collect supplies as a form of resource collection on the map, and to, generally speaking, make the world richer and more enjoyable to explore. Now, most of you have seen the world thus far, and it's been primarily based on, sort of more rural settings. With these, you're getting a little bit more into the suburbs. You're seeing a little bit more of how cities work and what things look like. And so I'm extremely excited to see these updates because I think it makes the world much richer and fuller. And, my favorite scenes in AMC's The Walking Dead were always when they would go in and explore some, locked up diner or something like that. They also have a tremendous number of new objects that can be placed in bases. So you see here we have a pool table. We have various forms of crafting stations. That looks like a kiln of some sort. That looks like a crucible. Very, very intricate crafting stations and things like that to allow you to build better and cooler equipment for your heroes as they explore the wastelands. So that's something that I think is super cool, and I'm very excited to see the development happening there. Moving on from there to Spider Tanks. The first regular stream for Spider Tanks is happening this coming Tuesday, and we'll make sure that we have that on our stream schedule so that everybody can jump in and check it out. More streams will be scheduled going forward, and we're looking at setting up rotating time slots for these streams to make them more accessible to other communities around the world. So if you have a very active community and you would like to stream some of this content, get in touch with us and we can potentially work out a stream schedule that works for your community. Additionally, Champions Arena is launching next week. I'm sure you guys have all heard of this by now, and there is currently a sale on the site for the boxes for the Champions right now. And holy crap, I have so many Pindle roots, it's not even funny. I highly recommend you guys check that out. It's super, super fun, and everybody loves opening up a new surprise box. So it goes from rare all the way up to some of the legendary tier champions in there. So definitely check that out. That's something that you'll want to look at. And there's also some pretty interesting stuff connected to a bunch of different pieces of the Gala ecosystem. Touching things like games, music, rep, a bunch of different things like that. There will be some emails coming out about. So pay close attention to your inbox and check that out. And when you get it, make sure that you jump in and have a little bit of fun and see if you can complete the puzzles. It's pretty cool stuff. And with that, we have another interview, a community interview with Dubstep Rod. And we'll go to that, and I will see you guys here in a few minutes.
Dubstep Rod, how you doing today, man? Good to have you here.
Good. Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Delighted, as always, to have another member of the community here. This is your guys' show, so having you here is something that makes me happy. Now, you know how this goes. You've seen the way that we've done these interviews in the past and things like that. So there's going to be a few basic questions. Tell us a little bit about yourself. The how did you get here? What are you doing is in the Gala ecosystem? What's something that we're good at? What's something that we need to improve? And what's something that you're looking forward to? Or basically the questions. But is there anything else that you'd like to cover, or do you have any questions that you'd like to ask? I figured I had to start throwing in like a personalized AMA just for you, and then we'll edit it out if we have to. And then people will just see me asking, and then they'll be like, beep, and then we'll come back to the rest of the interview.
Yeah, I could ask some questions, but first of all, I am Dubstep Rod. I found out about Gala Games like in 2021, like late 2021. First game I found out about was Town Star, so that's the first game I started playing. it was really interesting to me because I used to play Farmville back in the day, on Facebook right when that came out. That was like the main reason I got Facebook. Yeah, just add up a bunch of
Dude,
people.
there were
just play
so
Farmville.
many people that got Facebook because of Farmville. Like that's one of these days. If you're ever hanging out with him in person, ask Eric about this. He has some very interesting things to say and some very fascinating anecdotes to share.
Yeah, exactly. I was really into that game. So yeah, when I started playing Townstar, it wasn't exactly the same thing, obviously, but it was similar. It was a farming simulator. And it was way more competitive. I saw that there was competitions, but I didn't start off with those competitions at first. I was just casually playing the game, learning to play the game. But I realized that there really wasn't a whole lot of guides out there, and the information was all over the place for Townstar. So, and I like helping people out. So I ended up making some content for Townstar. That's how I first started out. Made some videos, and then I ended up making a spreadsheet with a bunch of information. A lot of people in the Townstar community know about that. I dubbed it as the Townstar playbook. So everybody knows about that. It has a bunch of information for Townstar. So that's one of the tools I made to help people out. Other than that, I cover Gala Games contents. Like I plan to play all these other games I'm interested in. Mirandus, Walking Dead Empires, Champions Arena, which
looking forward to that. Champions Arena, any moment. I'm super excited about Champions Arena, and I'm also super excited about Poker Go. That's something that I'm really looking forward to because I love playing poker.
Right. I was trying to play it the other day, and I realized it's not available right now. I think they're waiting to launch it, so I guess once that launches, I'll play it then.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good September's gonna be a fun month.
Oh, September. Okay, interesting. Well, there you go, guys. Well, yeah, I usually cover Townstar content. I think that's what most people watch my videos for. It seems like I've helped a lot of people out, which is cool. But
yeah, I think I learned how to make gas from one of your guides.
There you go.
Like personally, like I'm so bad at playing. I'm so bad at Townstar. Like I'm gratuitously awful at Townstar.
It's a complicated game, but that's what I find fun about it. It's a puzzle. You got to figure out, put a lot of work into it. Yeah,
absolutely. So you discovered Gala 2021. It's a good time to discover Gala. Were you able to make it to any of the Gala events? Have you been to any of those?
Unfortunately not. I mean, I would like to go to one, but hopefully maybe one day it'll be closer to where I live in Texas. But
Texas.
Yeah.
Well, I come to Texas on a pretty regular basis. I've hung out in Austin quite a bit, so I don't know where in Texas you are, but but yeah. Let me know, and I'll try to come hang out more nearby because I am a fan of Texas. I like how speed limits in Texas aren't really a thing, especially if you're
that's the speed minimum.
Yeah, especially if you're like an 18-wheeler with like 3 trailers. You got to be going minimum of like 95 across the state.
So people don't get upset. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it. Okay, cool. So as you've been in the community for some time, what is something that you feel we could improve upon?
At least for Townstar personally, I feel like the communication within the game could be improved. Like right now, people have to join the Gala Games Discord in order to get any information about updates or what the next competition is going to be. Like all that information is on the Discord. I try to help people out by sharing that information on YouTube, but there's not enough information within the game for that. So I feel like that could be improved.
Maybe more like a message of the day sort of thing that pushes to a blog or something like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Gotcha. That's actually a thing that I think can be done. I think that tech is already in there. So let me pass that on and see if there's any discussion that can be had surrounding that. Okay, cool. What about for the ecosystem in general? Is there anything in particular that you are not a fan of or feel that we need to work on?
Well, the only thing I can mention is sometimes even myself and other people have tried to mint Gala, and I don't really know if this is an ecosystem thing. We try to mint Gala and NFTs, and sometimes the transaction just doesn't go through. So that should have gotten significantly better recently.
Part of the problem was there was a service that was timing out on the back end, and then if you got into that error state, then it would cause issues. So that goes away pretty significantly, I think, especially as we move away from the treasure chest and into a on-chain mint allowance, which I think will make things a lot easier.
We would like to see that eliminated. So
yes, absolutely, totally, 100% agree with you there. Okay, cool. So what is one thing that you feel that, generally speaking, we do fairly well?
Well, you guys have put out some good games so far, and I'm sure you guys are going to improve upon those games. Like, I'm not going to play all these games. I know you guys are working on a lot of them. I have my select few. But, at least when it comes to the games, I came to this ecosystem mostly just to play fun games and to help people out. But, yeah, for the games.
Okay, cool. What is one thing that you're looking forward to seeing in the future within the ecosystem?
Some kind of marketplace.
Gotcha.
I think you guys have mentioned it before, but some kind of marketplace where us within the ecosystem can trade with each other in a safe and quick manner.
Gotcha. That makes perfect sense. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a thing that is being discussed right now, and there's moves being made in a few different ways on that. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that's a thing that you get before too terribly long. Do you have any questions about the ecosystem or about anything that I can answer for you?
Nothing that. Well, I do have one question actually that I had written down because I did want to ask this. So it's Townstar specifically, but are there any plans to reward those in Townstar who have continued to play and collect NFTs and support the game, either by holding onto their NFTs or purchasing more NFTs for the past year? While the town issuance has been paused,
the not in the sense that you have an NFT, therefore you get a thing. Okay, not in that sort of sense, because that creates significant issues for us if we do things that way. However, the entire plan surrounding the Townstar nodes is absolutely fire, and your NFTs play into that. Okay, I can't go into super deep detail here, but essentially having your node, being able to slot NFTs into that node that other people can then use, and then going through an upgrade process based on all of these things, I think will be something that makes people pretty happy.
Right. It sounds like some ideas are cooking, but they're just not quite done.
Well, it's not that they're not done. It's just that we haven't released them yet. It's one of those situations where we need to make sure that everything's good before we push this update out for people to go over.
Okay, yeah.
So cool, man. Well, again, thank you very much for coming in and chatting, and I appreciate it. And we'll make sure that you get a badass hoodie that you can wear.
Sweet. I love wearing hoodies.
dude, these are the best hoodies. They're the best hoodies, hands down.
Yeah, it's just so hot right now, but once it gets colder, I'm gonna be wearing a hoodie all the time.
I hear you, man. It's not cool where I am right now either. So
yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, everybody, this has been Dubstep Rod, and absolutely appreciate you coming on and talking to us, man. And I'll see you in Discord.
Of course. See you, everyone. Thank you.
And thank you again to Dubstep Rod, to Matt, to everybody who participated in this, and to all of the teams that are working tirelessly to make this universe that we call Gala work. Thank you guys all. I'm going to drop off for today. I promise I will do a long and involved and live AMA Monday or Tuesday. We'll get that in the calendar, but until then, peace. BitBender out.